Hey everyone, I hope all of you are doing good. I have just reached home and I've thought of making a small video because I'm not feeling well right now. But still, the a person recently called me up and he was asking me about recovery of money, the concept, the whole concept, and I was discussing about the same to him as well. So I thought of delivering that content on YouTube as well. So first thing you have to keep in mind whenever you are lending any amount to anyone, make sure that you take the receipt from that person, any kind of acknowledgement or a check against the amount you are giving to him, so that you can claim in future via court that you had given some sort of amount to that person, and against that amount the person had given you the acknowledgement or the check, and now the check is dishonored. Now he is not returning me the amount he had owed from me. So the appropriate proceedings must be initiated against that person. Now this is a thing which you can secure by taking the acknowledgement or the check. Apart from this, when we talk about legal things, you always file cases against that person. For example, you can avail two remedies. First is civil and second is criminal. In civil proceedings, you can always move to the court by filing the suit for recovery case, but being very honest, suit for recovery case is a ordinary suit which takes a longer period of time as compared to other civil proceedings, that is the order 37 summary suit procedure, in which you can also move to the court claiming your amount under that procedure, so that the recovery of your money will be done as soon as possible. That is a second procedure. Like at one hand you can file a case for suit for recovery, that is ordinary suit for recovery of money, and second is order 37 suit. In both the cases you have to file the documents, that is supporting documents, like the receipt, the dates and events when the person had taken the amount from you, what kind of receipt he had handed over to you, what kind of document you have in your possession, how you can prove your case. So you have to make all the assertions in the plaint or in the suit you are filing. That is a civil remedy, these two procedures. And second is criminal procedure code, in which you can file a case against that person under section 156(3) of CRPC, asking the court to direct the investigating officer to register the FIR against that person for cheating, for criminal breach of trust, and by that way you can make that person liable for the offense, these three offenses and other offenses also, the relevant, which falls under the relevant provisions of Indian Penal Code. And these are the criminal things which you can initiate against that person. Moreover, if you have taken the check from that person, then you can move to the criminal court, that is the Court of Metropolitan Magistrate, by filing a complaint under section 138 of Negotiable Instruments Act, in which you will be claiming that money via different procedure, that is a totally different procedure as compared to the other criminal procedure. At one time you can file only one proceedings. For example, if you are filing an application for 156(3) CRPC, then you cannot file the case for 138 Negotiable Instruments Act. These are both of same nature most probably, so make sure that you do not clash the proceedings. But one thing you can do, you can file a parallel proceedings. For example, if you have filed a case for suit for recovery, for money recovery in a civil court, then parallel to that you can file a case against that person in a criminal court also. Those proceedings can run simultaneously at the same time, and by that you can ensure your recovery of money very fast, because that person will have to come to the court in different courts, and both the courts will burden him to return your money. So these are the ways by which you can ensure your recovery of money. I hope this video will be helpful for you. Thanks.